Like many women, Emma Watson has experienced her share of sexism and misogynistic personalities. From actress to activist, Watson has realized what a misconception and misunderstanding there is about what feminism really is, according to an article written by her campus at Harvard writer Noah Benheim. Personally, I have experienced a lot of misogyny myself, whether it's in work or school or just in everyday life. As human beings, we all have a woman that we love and care about who has also faced this discrimination, whether it's a mother, sister, daughter, and so on. Today in my person of interest speech, I'm going to be discussing Emma Watson's desire to become a women's rights activist, her work for the UN, and her separate work through the He4She organization. Watson began her career in activism after facing discrimination herself. We all know her as Hermione Granger from the Harry Potter series, or Belle from Disney's Beauty and the Beast, but actually Watson had a lot of times where she was considering quitting acting, including the time that she enrolled in Brown University in 2009. In addition to that, there was a magazine called Vanity Fair that Watson had a picture published in where it exposed a little bit of her breasts, and she got a lot of criticism and backlash from that because people were accusing her of being against her feminist ideals simply because her breasts were slightly exposed in the picture. And this is according to the article written by Benheim in 2017. As reported by UN Women, all of these things inspired Watson to promote fair trade and organic clothing for women and become the ambassador for CamFed International, which is an organization that educates young women and girls. After beginning her activism, Watson was appointed as the UN Women's Goodwill Ambassador. She went to Malawi in Africa to meet chiefs and young girls who have recently had a marriage annulled. This also brought attention to the UN's work for ending child marriages. In a recent speech at UN, Watson discussed her past with gender inequality as an actress and in school, and also brought attention to the male inequality side of everything and how both women and men must come together and fight for one common goal: to live freely without discrimination. And this is reported by Cole, the author of Thought Co. In the same speech at the UN, Watson discussed advocacy for the organization He4She, which is one of her jobs as the ambassador of Women Goodwill. He4She is an organization for men and boys and women, but mainly to kind of bring attention to men and boys joining in the movement for feminism and women's rights. And she also discussed how men and boys stereotypes and how toxic the stereotypes for men are, and how to achieve like real feminism and real equality, we need to have men and women come together to achieve that goal together. It also sheds kind of a light on how a lot of men feel that it is emasculating to be a part of the feminist movement, and how men and women should come together and to make it an inclusive environment for all people. An article by UN Women USA states that in 2015, the He4She movement launched a movement called Impact 10 by 10 by 10, which encourages key decision makers in things like government, corporations, and universities to start positive change from higher to lower. So employees that are lower paid or lower on the totem pole don't have to fight, and the CEOs and other higher up organizations can help to give equality without people begging for it. Emma Watson has not only become a part of the organizations, but she's become a face for feminism in general, and has devoted a lot of her time to the feminist movement. She was an actress, activist, school student, and through all this, went through the discrimination that some of us women feel every single day. And in doing so, she found the desire to become an activist, put her time and work into the United Nations, and helped organize the He4She movement. As said in the speech at the United Nations recently, if not me, who? If not now, when?